Hi, my name's Steve, and I'm the Thought Whisperer. I'm going to be talking about many things, but the first topic I want to talk about is all these men's suicides that usually come from DBOs and not able to see your children. And I understand what it's like not to see your children for a period of time. So I'm not going to worry about talking about all the circumstances or the situations that people are in. I want to deal with how to manage your emotions and your thoughts when you're going through this period of time in your life. You got to understand that everything in life, it's temporary, and time is your enemy. Not the system, not the woman that has caused it, or the people around. They all play their part, but your enemy right now, after it's all said and done, is time. And how do you manage that time so that one day, when it's all said and done, you're still going to be standing there, be able to see your children. You've got to give them something to look forward to. Whether you were right, whether you were wrong, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're still standing at the end of the day, stronger and better than ever before, despite all the people that has accused you of rubbish, spoken lies, defamed your name, judged you. You might have made some mistakes, or you might not have. In the end, it doesn't matter. What matters is how do you deal with those emotions and those thoughts to prevent you from committing suicide, to prevent you from going down a path that you don't want to go down. Your children don't want you to go down. At the end of the day, the children will love you despite the lies which the mother has told them. Or you might be in a different situation, but it doesn't matter. It's learning to deal with those emotions when you can't see and physically see your children. And that is tough for a father. Like I said, whether you've done wrong, whether you've done right, it doesn't matter. It's you got to deal with that inside and the thoughts in your head. Because some days you just want to give it all up. You just want to give up and say, look, I can't do it anymore. And we're human. We're men. We're not perfect. We never will be. All we can do is do our best. And I know it's tough with all that stuff happening. You know, the judgment, you walking down the street and people that you knew all of a sudden will, look down upon you and judge you and not even talk to you and have this, frown on their face every time they see you. Because they believe the lies which have been spoken about you. I understand that. So I'm not going to worry about. It doesn't matter what circumstance you're in. I don't need to know everyone's story because that's irrelevant. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a different story, but it's dealing with that separation for a period of time. It could be you might get lucky and be able to see them once a week. You might not be able to see them for 12 months or longer. It doesn't matter. It's trying to how to deal with those things. And one thing that you got to do is almost like you got to have like a funeral for your children. And even though that may sound like really bad and it's out of this world type of thing, but it's like you got to figuratively have a funeral for them. Like they died. You said your goodbyes, and you know, they would want you to live. They would want you to live your life and be happy. And one day, that one day when the time is right, it's like they're resurrected. You know, they meet you for the first time in a while, and it's like, okay, now you can now open up your heart to them. But right now, you can't. You got to close that door off, and best way to do it is like a funeral for them. It's like they died, and you said your goodbyes, and you say, look, until we meet again. You know, like they have on the on the gravestone sometimes with husband and wife, until we meet again. And that's what it's got to be like. And it's tough, but it's the only way to go about it. And that's one of the first steps that you got to do is like, and don't blame yourself, don't condemn yourself. And that's one of the biggest things is that condemnation that you feel. You may feel condemned. You maybe feel you haven't done it right. You've let people down, and oh, I could have done things better. At the end of the day, we're just human. We're just men trying to do our best. And even if you didn't try your best, even if you're a dick, you still love your children. And you still want the best for them. And it doesn't matter what you've done. It's about, I'm going to do better. I'm going to concentrate on myself. I'm going to build myself up. And in time, when you see your children again, then you're going to have something to give back to them. You're not going to be in a pile of mess, which is what they want. Don't let them win. They want you to be a pile of mess. They want you to be like, yeah, we told you, we said it, we knew it, yeah, see, I was right, he's a dick, he's a shithead, etc., etc., etc. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. You need to fight. And not to fight for your children, because that battle is probably a current, with the current system, currently it's all set up, it's you're just going to beat yourself up inside and tear yourself inside to the point where you can't recover. And you don't want to get to that point. You got to sit back and go, I know it's hard, but you got to sit back and go, okay, all right, yep, this is injustice, yep, and what's being done to me is wrong, yep. But you say, well, that's okay. That's not going to change me to go into the bottom of the barrel so I can't get back up again. Because that's what you want. I'm not going to let you win. I know who I am. I have my mistakes, I have my flaws, but I know who I am. And you just say, that's it. I'm not going to let you win. And you need to come to that place. Just get to that place to go, let it go. You gotta let it go. And if you're angry, good, because anger is good. Just don't get sad. I'd rather you be angry at the injustice that is done against you, which is good. If you're not angry, it's not right. Injustice has been done against you, and if you're in that scenario, and injustice has been done against you, it's good to be angry. But use that anger as motivation to better yourself and be better than ever before. Show everyone that those accusations against you are false and they're lies. Don't give in to all the hate and all the garbage that they want to. They just want to see you rattled. They get a kick out of that. So don't give in to it. Go to the gym, put some gloves on and belt the shit out of that bag. Let it all out. Don't bottle it up inside. Anger bottled up inside is a cancer. You gotta let that shit out. But don't let it out in front of them. Don't give them the satisfaction of letting it out in front of them. Go to the gym, hit the weights, do something, go fishing, slap the water, do something to release that anger, to get it out. And it's more healthy, much more healthy than bottling it in. Because if you bottle in, it will just simmer. And eventually you'll just burst one time, and like that movie Anger Management with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson. It will just bottle it up and it will just come out in the wrong way. So privately, like I said, just hit the boxing bag. Do something that will get you away from it. And still keep them in your thoughts, like, like that they died and you buried them, and then you've said your goodbyes, you raised them the best you could, and I'm like, oh, all right, I gotta say goodbye and say my goodbyes, and it's okay. I'll see them one day again, but you just move forward in your life. Don't keep trying to look backwards. You keep living in the past, you can't live in the present, and you can't plan a future. You've got to forget about the past. It's yesterday. There's nothing you can do about it. Whether you're in the right, whether you're in the wrong, it doesn't matter. It was yesterday, and you can't do nothing about it. The system is shit. We all know that, and hopefully one day it will be fixed. But that's not gonna solve your problem of that distance between that ripped apartness from your children. That's not gonna change. So it's dealing with those emotions and trying to get some peace in your thoughts. And you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, no, I can do this. I'm not gonna let them win. I'm gonna fight. And concentrate on your work. Get involved in your work. Do a hobby. Take up a hobby. Distract yourself. Find a new woman. I tell you, best thing for you guys is take a trip to the Asian countries. Just let your hair down, because those Asian countries, especially, for example, Thailand, the women will just lavish you, they'll just love you, and it will build up your self-esteem again, because you've just been battered and battered. And when you go there, they'll just lift all that up. You give them a bit of money. You don't even have to have sex with them. They'll just be there, and they'll just encourage you, and they'll love you, and you'll feel so much better. That's my experience. So just know that there's hope. Just know that there's a future. And like I said, time is just your enemy. It's just time. The clock will keep ticking. It will just keep ticking. And eventually, your time will come. At least when your time comes, you'll be in a position to be a blessing to your children. What's in the past is in the past, and there's nothing you can do about it. But as long as they know that you love them. And this is how you show them that you love them. By concentrating on yourself. Focus on your work. I encourage you guys who are not in the gym to start going to the gym. Start small and just slowly build up. I did, I started small. Now I shrug 240 kilo. And I look in the mirror now and go, yeah. And what that does is I found the weights, they have no emotion, they don't talk back, they just do what they're told. And you just enjoy those weights. And it's probably the one consistent thing I've had in my life through it all, going to the gym, because you just go there, stay in your zone and work out, and you release everything. And if you're angry that day, just grab those weights and just chuck them up, do some personal best. But that's the best way to go about it. There's much more I want to talk about. I'll go into relationships, how to raise children, etc., etc. There's many things I'm going to be talking about. But for now, this is Steve, the Thought Whisperer. Have a good day.